let's rapidly set up a PC live stream for YouTube or YouTube Shorts using Meld Studio, completely for beginners. We're going to start on the Meld website. So here's the website, just a little bit bigger. There's no M on the end of this link. So just go ahead and download Meld on your PC or Mac. Run through the installer and accept all of the default options. To start with, allow it access to your camera and then allow it access to your microphone. This is just a little explainer talking about Meld. Once we get to the third page, we're going to choose the multi-canvas because this is best practice for content creators. So click it and choose Get Started. I'm just going to press Next and Done in the top right corner. We'll look at that ourselves. And we'll begin by adding our microphone and then our headset. So underneath the audio mixer where it says track, I'm going to double click on this and you can call it microphone or specifically name your microphone. For example, I could call it Quadcast. So I'm going to click on the drop down and choose my Quadcast off the list. But then I'm also going to press the plus button here, choose Magic Mic, choose the settings on Magic Mic, turn off the gain control, turn the Magic Mic to very high. This is basically noise suppression. So now let's add in our headset as well. Again, you can name it specifically. I'll just name it headset. Click select device. And this time it's an output device. And I've got a lot of headsets and output devices. It's my Cloud to wireless. So we now have microphone and headset added. Nice and simple. Let's set up our YouTube stream or our YouTube short stream. We'll start with the landscape canvas. Let's set it up regardless. We're going to do a basic stream setup. So we're going to do a just chatting, which is just your camera. Then we're going to do a display, which is your computer display alongside your camera. So where it says scenes on the left, I'm just going to double click the word scene. We'll call this just chatting, or you could call it full camera. I'm going to press the plus button, double click scene again. I'll call it the computer display. You could call it gaming if you wanted to, or whatever you're doing. Click back onto just chatting. Now at the top, underneath layers, we need to add a video device, which of course is our camera. I think for me, it's this tail air. Of course, if I'm actually live, I would move this camera down because this camera is PTZ and it can move. But just for our purposes, this is fine. If you need to move it around, you can drag the corners, but we want it full screen. So this is fine. Click onto the vertical canvas, then right click, copy, click start blank, right click, paste. And I can click this button here to make it perfectly fit. And I just have to drag it around a little bit, drag it into the corner. And now I've got a perfect full screen camera in both landscape and vertical. I'm going to click back onto the landscape canvas, click back onto computer display. We're going to start by adding our computer display, which of course is a display capture. Make sure you choose the correct monitor. So there's the correct monitor added. I'm going to right click copy and right click paste. And I'm going to place this in the bottom 2/3 roughly of my vertical canvas. Let's click back onto landscape now and add in our camera, which of course is a video device. It was my OBSBot tail air. This time we don't want it full screen, so I'm going to drag the corners down. If I want to perfectly center it, I'm going to drag it down to find the guidelines, but I want it offset to the screen a little bit. So I'm going to click on it and just use the arrow keys to move it a few pixels to the right. Then I'm going to right click copy and right click paste. And then I'm going to place it in the top left-hand corner and just drag it out until it's full screen. And of course, you can make little tweaks as you want. But if we now just click back and forth between the scenes, you can see we've got both a landscape and a vertical scene set up for live streaming and recording. So now it's time to add your YouTube account where we can stream in either landscape or vertical. Can't do both at the same time at the minute. So click on File and click on Preferences. To start with, I'm going to highly suggest you double click video bitrate between 6 and 8,000. And I'm going to set both canvases to 6,000. And under these stream settings, add output and choose YouTube. Simplest one is to just log in. So I'll just choose the correct account and I will select all and press continue. And you might get this pop up and it's going to bring us back into Meld. Takes a few seconds. You can see login has now moved to the word log out. You can see even a few seconds later, it now says my channel name. So before we press back underneath canvas, this is where you choose whether you go live in the landscape mode, or if you set it to vertical canvas, it will send your stream into the YouTube Shorts feed instead. If you're not sure, I recommend you experiment. So do 10 streams landscape, 10 streams vertical. I always think like a scientist, just decide which one's better, look at the numbers after doing 10 of each. So I've got our settings set up now. You just close out and just press go live when you're ready to live stream on YouTube. We've got this chat dock on the right here, and happy streaming.